Today I'll discuss about one of the sustainability issues that is beneath waste. Although, not any waste, it's about e-waste. Do you know that in the last few decades, Apple's company launched more than one mobile phone in a year? Let's take an example of 2018. iPhone XR, iPhone XS, and iPhone XS Max was introduced to the market. Those three different mobile phones have different features that grabs the customer's attention and force them to purchase those latest devices even if their devices are not damaged yet. Well, this refers to perceived obsolescence, where the company's purpose is to change the way the stuff looks to attract people. And guess what? People are going to spend money only because of the trend and fashion. The company itself tries its best to get more profit without looking for the drawbacks. We observed and noticed that iPhone 7 has a different headphone socket than iPhone 6, whereas this feature is going to influence the people with iPhone 6 to buy iPhone 7 because of in case their headphone got damaged or the mobile itself, there will be no old headphones in the market. Additionally, repairing is going to cost more than buying a new device. Why the hell would the company do a huge change like that? Companies design their products for dump, try to make things to be useless as quickly as possible to get more income. Imagine in every year there are more than one mobile phone is announced, more than one computer, more than one refrigerator, more than one TV, and more electronic entertainment devices. The world is going to be full of devices and discarded materials thrown out. In our society, we always have to have the new best product, said Aaron Blum. There's a question that's moving in my mind. If the people always purchase new devices, then where does the old devices will remain? Obviously, in the waste. Did you ever think where does this waste goes to? This type of waste is called e-waste, either goes to the landfills or being exported to poor countries or being incinerated, which means to be burned. Finally, there is a small percentage of the waste that's being recycled. Only 25% of e-waste is recycled, which means much of what we intend on recycling ends up in our landfills anyway. Initially, the term e-waste refers to electronic waste, which is a general declaration used to describe the useless electronic devices, such as mobile phones, TVs, computers, etc. Electronic waste is a major problem that's ignored and holds a serious drawback to the environment. The main cause of e-waste is increase the number of products because of development and population. In 2016, 44.7 million metric tons of e-waste was generated worldwide. Over the coming years, the amount of global e-waste is expected to increase to 52.2 million tons, around 8% every year. 135 million mobiles are trashed annually. 31,300,000 computers disposed each year. 23,500,000 TVs end up in landfills yearly. 82% of discarded electronics are thrown away. Total of 384 million electronic products end up in landfills. You're surprised, right? What about UAE? UAE is one of the societies that are leading to e-waste, where more than 78% of its habitation have on average 2 mobile phones each. A UN-sponsored assignment shows that each year, the regular UAE local creates 17.2 kilograms of e-waste, which holds pollutants such as arsenic and mercury. Do you know that we, by our hands, are leading our planet and health towards danger? Did you ever ask yourself how? I'll start with how can this problem affect the people? Most electronics contain toxic materials such as lead, nickel, barium, chromium, arsenic, mercury, and beryllium. Those chemicals, if released and inhaled by people, might affect the individual's health. Then how can it affect the environment? Firstly, for creating those products, natural resources are needed. Producing more leads to depletion of natural resources. Furthermore, in the incineration procedure, as the electronics are being burned, carbon is being released in the air that causes air pollution and climate change. Finally, keeping the electronics in the landfills often releases chemicals that might affect the groundwater, where the main source of water in UAE is groundwater. Finally, how can it affect the economy? If people inhale those types of chemicals, they might get affected and get different type of diseases. Moreover, people will need to go to the hospital and being treated by several doctors. This will force the government to pay more money to build hospitals, clinics, and pharmacies with well-educated doctors to treat the patients in order to have a wealthy society and people that can study, work, and develop. In conclusion, e-waste is a fast-growing sector worldwide in unwanted waste. Many people do not understand what it is or how does it affect them, the environment, and company. Most developed nations have rules and regulation regarding to e-waste, not to end up in landfills, incineration, or exploitation. The best method is to recycle and have a circular rather than linear economy. Yet, many people do not know that parts and the old devices can be used in new products. There is a hope that people are going to be aware enough by what's needed in order to save the planet for the coming generation. Thank you for listening.